Hey everybody, this is Jechta plays, and this is just like I would say like a little bit of a funny video. Like I'm not sure like when I'm going to upload this. If I'm going to upload this before another series, then I cannot really talk about it yet. If this is after, then I can. So I'm not really sure if I talk about this or not. Well, I can show you a little bit of what I'm talking. Okay, this is what I've made like recently, the moment I'm recording this is for the community jam that is currently running with the oddly satisfying. Probably not going to be like in any top 10, but at least I tried. This is the last attempt. If it's not going to be in the top 10 or in let's say in the top 3 for at least, I'm not going to do any community jams made by Minamonkey. I'm so sorry because I don't really have that time. I'm working on a game, so I cannot always do a community jam. Like this was more for fun because like people on my Twitch channel actually wanted me to make this on take part in the community jam. So I was like, yeah, heck, I will do it. I was already working on this asset anyway, so like I can make a whole scenery out of it. Let me show you a really quick look about what this is. It is a Shishi Odoshi, and that is just like what you probably know already. If you don't know what it is, it's just like filling the water, and once the water filled up the bamboo, then it flips over and like drop the water in the pond, and that's like basically the whole thing. This was actually meant to scare away certain animals, but like just like a scarecrow. But like yeah, most people using it just in the garden to get a little bit peaceful mind and stuff like that. So this I made in Dreams, and it was really fun creation to make. I will upload series of how I made this. There will be two streams. Yeah, two streams will be on YouTube, but they are probably already are on YouTube when you're watching this. And I will upload after that two streams. I will upload a series. I think it's 5 videos in total, where you see me creating and finishing this whole creation. Not in this state, because like this is like what I did off stream and off record. Because like I wanted to like tweak a little bit. Cause, like I don't want to make a video like 10 hours, right? So, but at least you know, like at least you're seeing the development of like the whole creation, and I think this is really cool. So now my next challenge. So let's go get out of this creation. So my next challenge is going to be something that like oooDORIENooo made, and he made like a community challenge. And like I said, like normally I don't have time for community challenges, but I think this is more fun. I will also do a version on stream itself. So I'm also going to do this on stream. I think it's really fun content to do, just to show you how easy you can build worlds or games with just shapes. And I kind of do that already. Like, yeah, I kind of do that already. But of course, like I'm tweaking it so much, like I'm cutting into it, and so I will make sure like you're not going to see the shapes anymore. But like basically sculpting with shape is really fun to do. And I did that in the past. Like I did that kind of when I was starting Dreams, just to figure out what the shapes were doing and just like building like mountains or out of it. It was really fun to do. And then I never did it anymore. Then I just like make actually sculpting. Now with this like challenge, like with the community challenge, is that you're only allowed to use the shapes that you're seeing right now on the screen. I will press play so you can see a little better. So these are all the shapes that that is allowed to use in your creation. You cannot like we cannot paint. We can, however, but we can change the colors, but only in the tweak menus. That is going to be very challenging. So we cannot put like beautiful shadings, but we can maybe like cheat a little bit with like different colors, so we have like different shadings. Anyway, so we can still cheat a little bit with that. We are not allowed to cut in it, so we are not allowed to go into paint mode and in sculpt mode. So yeah, that's going to be like extra tough for me because like well, if you know me, I love sculpting, so not allowed to be in a scope mode is very difficult for me to do. But that's why I actually want to accept this challenge, because I think it's really fun. So that's not what we're allowed to do. So we cannot cut into it at all. We do, or we are allowed to use all the tweak menus that are giving in the dreams itself. So for example, we are allowed to, like, let's say, to go hover over this one, and we are allowed to change the colors and settings over here. So that's what we are allowed to do. We are also allowed to use code modes and style mode and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that is a really cool challenge to go for. So, but now the challenge itself. I was first thinking, shall I do this challenge on stream or not? I will, like I said, like I will do also a challenge on stream, so don't worry. If you have not seen the stream yet, or maybe there will be a stream or when you're seeing this, but I will also do it on stream, to have a little bit input of the community itself, like in my chat, like people maybe can put inputs, and I think it's really fun content to do on Twitch. When people can say like, "Oh, make this one, try make this one," and well, it's Jechta, so Jechta always tries to do it if he knows he can do it. So, and since I kind of want to celebrate, no, not really celebrate, but like, since I kind of was like having a really fun with Shishi Odoshi creation, the bamboo one that's going up and down, I think it's maybe a little bit of like fun to recreate. Maybe not the whole scene, but let's see how far I go with this video. But I think I really want to try to recreate this. And we are allowed to use logics and music and sound. Pardon. And so that's something we are allowed to do. So I can still make that like go up and down movement, right? So we're still like, and yeah, I think like seeing the shapes, like in the world, you have certain shapes where you can easily make something out of it, right? Like there's almost like, of course, some shapes need to have like cuttings and so to get that certain shape, right? But like all the basic shapes are, you can do that. You can do something with that very easily. But well, if you have also the option to cut in them, now we are not allowed to cut in anything of it, so it's going to be extra hard now. But I think I can come quite far. And since we are allowed to resize stuff, so that's also pretty cool. Phew. So yeah, we can already like resizing things, so that will be pretty cool. The only shape, and really I have said this so many times on my live stream, so Medium Molecule, if you're ever watching my streams again or or watching this video, please make one extra shape for me, and that is the triangle. Now don't get confused with the wedge one, because I know there is a wedge shape, I know that one, but a wedge is not a triangle. It starts as a triangle, but if you're tweaking it, it's not going to be a triangle anymore. And I kind of want to have a shape where you can edit easily on, like in an not in one point, but actually in a triangle shape form. Because in the world there are so many triangle shapes in the world. That being said, Minomolecule, please make that shape for me. You know, you don't have to, but like, it's really something. That's the only dreams wish I have. And I know that other people's have way more on the wish list. That's the only one I have for my wish list. And maybe water, like liquid would be nice. Okay, so I'm already like almost 10 minutes in the intro, and I kind of want to start. So you have seen the Shishi Odoshi, like the one that I made for the community jam, for the Minomolecule community jam. Now I'm going to recreate this for oooDORIENooo to recreate the scene. Now I know this is going to be pretty hard, so let's see what we have here. First, I'm always doing and turn off the hover effect. I really hate the hover effect. It's, for me, it's always annoying. I don't know why. It is just very annoying. Okay, so okay, what we do have here, like a Shishi Odoshi, is of course like we have like this shape, right? I'm not going to touch these ones. I'm just going to clone them already, because like if I'm tweaking something and I cannot go back anymore, and I have to reset the scene and blah blah. So I clone them. So I kind of keep those shapes just in case something goes wrong or if I need something else. Now, a Shishi Odoshi, and since we are not allowed to cut in them, I have to basically fake it, but that's also a little bit hard because we're not allowed to paint it. So what I'm thinking in is that like if we are allowed to resize the whole thing, right? So I can resize this. Oh, Jechta, start with grid snap, you silly boy. Okay, so let me clone this one. And there we go. I see it's not on grid. Now it's on grid. Let me clone it again. And so we have to fake it. We have to fake the hole inside. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And then we need like as close as possible to the surface. Even closer than this. Like we have to fake that there is a hole inside, right? Maybe even closer. Maybe something like this. So I cannot cut it. So we cannot like cut it in half, right? So we cannot like cut it how the bamboo is in half when the water drops. So I cannot really do this. But I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to cut it, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. So the bamboo is like let's say a little bit like light brownish, and then it doesn't have a little bit of reflection. The thing that we are allowed to do is also changing the colors in the world, so we can use like great effects and stuff like that, which is very nice to have. A little bit of waxiness, not too much though. Like I really do not want to have like too much waxiness. Like some -10 would be perfect. And we're also not allowed to paint in it as well, which is even more crazier. Okay, so I'm going back into like 1-on-1 grid, and I'm going to clone this one right here. And since like this donut, we cannot like, yeah, we're not allowed to resize it. So I probably have to like rescale this one here. Let me see how we going to. Yeah, something like this. Again, this is not going to be the like very super realistic, but like it's. I'm going to try, right? I'm trying. So, this is also a little bit like brown, but like a little bit darker brown, and like so. All right. And then I'm going to clone this one here, and this one is, let's say, around there. And then this. At least we are allowed to group at least. So there's another thing I really maybe want to do is try to combine colors. So to make it more realistic. And I think that will be really cool to do. So you kind of have like already a little bit of like shading going on, right? So like, yeah, it is what it is. This is what we can do. So and then I'm doing it again of the rest of the sculpt. This is going to be like gameplay turmoil heavy because like we're cloning so many times, but at least gives you a little bit of like the idea of. And then there, I think we still need a little bit more. I'm going to clone more as well. Over there. Let's make it so it's let's see, maybe we do need it a little bit more down, like so. I think that's perfect. So that's the first bamboo. And since that we have here clone, I'm going to make this black. And this one's going to be... I'm not sure if I should go for shiny. But we're going to make it waxy. I need to see like how what I can do with this one. But I think something like that. Alright, so then we're going to select all of them. And let me see if I have all of it. No. Ah, come on. Okay, now we have everything. Yes, so group this. So now it's like 17. And I'm going to clone this one. And this one we're going to put on like sideways. Yep. This one goes a little bit smaller and goes to the side. We're going to tweak that a little bit more. I don't think that like with this one here, we don't need this, of course. I'm just going to like see how I can fake the whole idea of that is like, yeah, we have to think about this. Maybe I can fake it with a shape like this here. But I do not really know how I would going to do that. Right, so I can maybe try to go for a like a pixelating creation. Although I'm already good at pixelated stuff, so I can definitely try to do that to use pixelating stuff. So that's maybe we can do like this instead, and then like yeah, and then like maybe using a square. Like more like Lego, basically. So we can do this. That's something we can do. This is actually maybe not a bad idea. And so we make this like one color. It's going to be a little bit brown. Light brown, just like that. And let's already put the settings on 45 and minus 10. There we go. And group it. Okay, so maybe I will do this instead, right? And so I'm not really sure if I go for the pixelating version or the actually 3D version. If I go for the pixelating version, I think we can do a little bit more. But there is another thing that might maybe going to be a little bit problem, because we're still not allowed to cut in them. So what I can do is we can use this, and then like so forth. But we need to make it smaller as well. Oh man, this is going to be tough. I've never done any pixel. I mean, it's funny because like this comes from oooDORIENooo, and he loves like pixel games and stuff like that. So I never did that. So I'm really getting out of my comfort zone right now. Because like I'm not really that good at it, to be honest. But if you don't try, you don't know. That's always what I say to myself. So you cannot know if you're not trying, right? I think I'm going for this because like this will maybe make more sense. I can maybe do it a little bit of like in different shapes. Maybe I can use this one for the side, or I have to see what I'm going to do that. Like can be pixelating in like not like made out of squares. I don't know. Okay, so this one, and then we need like to select the outside ring, so we can copy them to the whole creation. We have to make a group out of it, so it's 16 cubes. Yeah, this is not really like gameplay friendly at all. Let's put that here. So we have like, yeah, okay, so this one goes here. And this one goes here, I think. And then we need some other one in the back, I think. And then we need one more for the end. Ah, alright. So that's like made out of squares. We can do this. We can definitely do this. Okay, so now we need to think. Can we make? Yeah, I'm just going to do this then. So, like we still can use this here. This needs to be in the center of the scope. A little bit like further from the center, because like it needs to fill up eventually. And the other side, there we go. So we already have this, right? I'm not sure if I'm going to use this here. Like we can maybe use this one for like where the water drops. I'm going to make that like tiny. This is like really a challenge because like not allowing to do anything with the not allowing to do anything with the shapes is really challenging for me. But that doesn't mean I'm not a quitter, so I'm definitely not a quitter. I always go for my goal, no matter what. So let's group this already, and let's give him a proper location. So, okay, so I think that this makes more sense, I would say, because like now it's like it looks like it's cut, right? And we can maybe do like clone another one and make this like black or something. All right, and then like so, like I mean, it's just like I don't know. And we can also maybe oh, maybe make it like this. Yes, that's perfect. Maybe I can use precise tool to get it a little bit out, like that, right? And so. Right, so yeah, okay, and like we can color these ones. Okay, no, this is like, this one is like a good color. Oh wait, no, we need to do something else. Like this here is a little bit darker because like it's made out of water, so we need to make this darker. Right, because like he is like, because that's wet basically, and the rest of like this, so this one as well. So this one also is going to be darker because it's wet, right? Because like yeah, he drops in the water and stuff like that. So making the water like we are not, I don't think we are allowed to use flags as well. So I have to maybe make the water out of one of these shapes. It'd be fun to do that. So And this one is going to be, like I would say, this color, and it's going to be like slowly white, like slowly lighter, right? So like it's, and then like these last ones go as light as possible. There we go. Something like that. So just to pretend that there is some like gradient going on. Now we can like use this one here. A little bit of the same. So this one is like matching with this, and this one like a little bit lighter, and this one is of course very light. There. So that's done. Right. I think we have it kind of ready. So and now we are just like need to connect the like we are allowed to use connectors or like logics. So we are allowed to use logic. So I'm going to use a bolt. This one here. There we go. I think that like, yeah. So the thing is like this one is still the heaviest part of the sculpture. So what we need to do is we need to have it a little bit. Oh wait, it's still connected, of course. Delete that one. So we cannot have it in the center. So we need to have it a little bit like here. So and then this one too. And now we can select the bolt and then do it again. So select that one here. And if we play it, okay. This is also not good, but it's fine. I mean, like we can use keyframes and everything, so this is totally fine to me. Oh wait. Yeah, we need to. This so. Dock, and then. Okay, but we need to also have like, yeah, I could maybe do like put it a little bit more in the front still because I think I found the right balance for the whole thing. So there are two options we can do, but I don't want to put it too much in the front. I think I'm going to do it with the keyframe. Like simply like this doesn't really work, but that's fine. So we're going to go inside here. And then we push like use the limits. Don't collide with the connectors. And like all it needs to do now is that like the endpoint. Okay, so the endpoint. Okay, let me see how far I need to go. Yeah. Okay, so this one can go a little bit further now. Okay, let me not use the. It's not for this. So is this too far? Oh, I think this is fine. Okay, no, this is way too deep. So we have to. That's the wrong one. Always fun when your imp is trying to shift away. Okay, so wait. What? This one is wider. I would say around here. I should have maybe checked my other creation. Okay, so what? It should go around here. Come on, don't touch the blue one. Right? And then down should be around here. And then we have it. Alright. So yeah, perfect. So this is perfect. Okay, so now we can like put it back into its original state. Because maybe I want to tweak something in here still. Okay, the water effect, I'm just doing, maybe what we can do is having an emitter and then it's dropping maybe like stuff like this. Right, this looks like a water drop, like if you make it like very tiny. And like if you make it like blue or anything. It doesn't have to be like in real life colors and everything. Like if you just like make it like this. And if we have like put it on the side. There we go. So we know that this is where we have to go. Then we're going to use the emitter. Where is that again? Emitter. So here we're going to place. There we go. And the emitter emits this one here. And okay, so we have to reposition the drop line, so it starts from here and then drops down. And now we need to figure out like how much like we need to drop, right? So nice. And max emit at once. We need, yes, that is perfect. That is perfect. And maximum emitted should be less. Oh shit. Okay. I would say 10. Ooh, close. That's actually pretty close. More parent speeds. No, I don't want to use this. But we need to go faster, maybe. Let's see. Or maybe slower. So like it spawns more like water. So something like this, and then we need to say like, okay, we need to more of them emitted. It's going to get a little bit all over the place. Structure, like more wide like this. Maybe a little bit. Okay. He already wants to go. He's already gonna go. The thing is that we cannot like have it that is like it's not allowed to. I always forget where we can get the original one. Like I always lose the original one. Let me go in this one. Okay, here. Like we need to tweak this one. It doesn't need to go collidable, and so that's something we need to do. So it doesn't collide with anything. Friction. I don't think that will make matter. And that don't make, yeah, that don't make any sense. I do want to kind of do like correctness on full and also reflection on 20. So it looks a little bit more like water, and since they don't really collide with each other anymore, go once. Although more like this, I would say. And I need to have like a precise tool for this. Like so. So it comes out a little bit more naturally, and let's... I probably need to like put this into there you go. Something like this, right? So I think maybe what we can do is like we can like put like in a timeline or anything. Let's already put like a logic in here, so we're not going to make it any messier than it's now. Great. There we go. Open this one. And side. There we go. And this one goes in here. And we also need a timeline, and the timeline is basically telling us like, how are we going to keyframe this? See if we're not hitting anything. No, this seems fine. Go. So putting a timeline, and it goes up, and it's around, I would say, I'm not really sure like how fast these are. I just like would suggest this is like maybe 6 seconds before he falls over. And we need another keyframe. There we go, and this one should not be. And here it already goes like this. And let me turn off like so, and then another keyframe, and then it goes down, but he bounces a little bit, so we're going up again. So we're using this keyframe, and then he goes a little bit up, and then he goes down again, and then the water falls out. So this goes for a few seconds. So this goes for a few seconds. So the water have enough time to allow. I would say like it takes 2 seconds, and then he goes back into the original state. But in the original state, he also bounces back, right? So when he goes back, he bounces a little bit as well. So we have here a keyframe, and goes a little bit down, and then using this one here again. Okay. And so everything happens in like 12, less than 12 seconds for it to re-loop. So go. Let's see how this looks. So the water fills, and then he goes down, tuck tuck, and then okay, he goes a little bit too slow up, which is fine. Like we have to tweak it a little bit. But this is something like what I did with the other one. But I'm tweaking the keyframes. Okay, so this one goes way too slow, right? So we need to make this faster. So I would say in a half of a second he's back. Let me see how that looks. So he's filling the water, and then after 6 seconds, he's going to blink. Okay, yeah, and of course we need to close down the curtain. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Duck, duck. Whoa, I don't know what happened there. Maybe it's because I have not really put this well. Yeah, I have not really put this well. There we go. That should fix, and make sure that this one is also not doing anything weird. Okay, it should be fine now. We might tweak a little bit, like we have to tweak a little bit with the keyframes. But I think this is, yeah, this is fine. This is totally fine. Okay, so we might maybe tweak a little bit because like the water. Yeah, well, we have to keyframe the water, of course, like the moment, like when he drops, like we need to make the water longer and stuff like that. So that's something we're going to do as well. And I need to go longer. Go. All right, and so that's that. And let's already put like sound on it. Let me check if you guys can hear the audio. I think so. I think you can hear the audio. Yeah. So we need, of course, sound. Search for sound effects. And sure if it's in here. Okay, no. So we have to go back in here again. Ambient spots, water loops. I think we're going to use the trickling stream. Or the babbling brook. Maybe both. Maybe both. Because it's basically it's both, right? Because like the one is like the water that drops, and the other one is the like the pond itself. So we need both basically. All we need to do is we need to set the audio a bit on its place. Why is he not? There we go. This is like the pond itself, and this is the other one. Go in here. Alright, so that's that, and okay, so we have this working now, and we need bamboo sound, so we're going to search for the instrument. Oh. Yeah, let's go all the way back. Instrument, and I need to know where to find it again. It's percussion. We have bamboo block, and we have to record this. Okay, Why can I not? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright. What I can do is put it in the same timeline, like in here. So we don't need another timeline for this. And like this is like the okay, we need to tweak this anyway. This one. So like this. And like the audio level of like the thickening, like the plonk, is like very high because there is still water, right? And if you fill up something, like filling something up. Sorry, it's the other way around. I'm lying. It should be here. So this one should go here. Like this. And we need another one that's like a little bit lower, like that is like because like it's full of water. So I'm just going to use this one again. And so use this. We need lower. This one. That's A2. There we go. That one goes over there. Because like the water fills in, so the audio sounds differently. So it's like, and the higher pitch because it's empty again. Okay, so that works. Now we can do another thing is, since we are not allowed to use flex, I can use another emitter, and this emitter only goes off when he reaches a certain point, right? So by doing that, we need a trigger zone, and the trigger zone like plays this creation, and now we need to place the trigger zone in the right spot. There. Wait, this is the wrong shape. I need to have the position so I can like do this, and I need to check if the point hits the. So now we know where to go, like here. That this when he like goes into like this point, like he drops the water outside of that connection. So, and then he needs to emit water, right? And also the direction should be like that. And I'm going to use a precise move for this, so it makes more sense. And the only thing we need to do now is we need a deck. And I mean, we can also like name the scope, though it doesn't really matter. But like, I'm going to use this. So deck. And we're going to call this tag bamboo drop. Bamboo drop. There we go. And here we have to say that it's attack and bamboo drop. Right? So when he hits the trigger zone, he will like push out the water into the pounds. There we go. Like, okay. So the only thing we need to fix now is because like we need to have the rotation speed as well, I think. So I need to check a little bit now what I need to do with this in order to make it sure that like it's, or we need to push it like, yeah, a little bit like faster. Like we need to have like, not like rotation speed, I don't think we need that. Something like this. And then we have to make it like shorter. I would say 4 maybe. Let me redo that. Maybe a little bit more. I will say like maybe 7. And then like it's like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We don't have to make it that too perfectly, right? So that's working. I mean, like that's already working. So I'm pretty happy that we come this far. So yeah, I think we can. Well, I'm almost an hour in, so I think we're going to stop for now in this video, and we will continue in the next video, and then we're going to use the other shapes to form the surrounding. So, so that's it for this video. If you like it, let me know in the comments. Like, you know how YouTube works. This is actually a little bit more challenging for me because, like, I'm not allowed to do much except only to color the shapes and stuff like that. And yeah, it's fun, challenging, but I always go for the challenge. I like that. So, in the next video, I will continue this. The Shishi Odoshi, I will continue this, and I'm not sure what like how far we'll go to be with in the next video. I think what we're going to do is we're going to make the pond itself. We already did the logic, so the hard part, basically, no hard part, like the longest part is already over. So now we can basically like set the whole surrounding again, and yeah, that's really fun to do, and I really love this. So see you next time in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made this far in the video, like yeah, let that also know in the video. Sorry, in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to dream, everybody. Bye bye.